We want to solve the given absolute value equation. We have the absolute value of the quantity 3x minus 1 minus 5 equals 5. The first step is to isolate the absolute value on one side of the equation, which indicates the first step is to add 5 to both sides of the equation. Simplifying on the left, negative 5 plus 5 equals 0. We now have the absolute value of the quantity 3x minus 1 equals, on the right side, 5 plus 5 is 10. Now that we have the absolute value isolated, because the absolute value must equal 10, recall the absolute value of positive 10 equals 10, and the absolute value of negative 10 also equals positive 10. This indicates the quantity 3x minus 1 can equal positive 10 or negative 10, and the equation will be true. Because of this, we now set up and solve two separate equations. We're again first dropping the absolute value. We have the quantity 3x minus 1 equals positive 10 for the first possible solution, or the quantity 3x minus 1 can equal negative 10. And again, because the absolute value of negative 10 equals positive 10, this will give us a second solution. And now we solve these two equations to determine the two solutions. Starting on the left, we add 1 to both sides of the equation. Simplifying, negative 1 plus 1 is 0, giving us 3x equals 11. And then we divide both sides by 3. Simplifying, we have x equals 11 thirds. Or, from the second equation, again we add 1 to both sides of the equation. And again, simplifying, a negative 1 plus 1 equals 0. We now have 3x equals negative 10 plus 1, which is negative 9. Next, divide both sides by 3. Simplifying, we have x equals negative 3. So the given equation has two solutions, x equals 11 thirds or x equals negative 3. Before we go, we will check this graphically. To check this graphically, we will graph y equals the left side of the equation and y equals the right side of the equation, and then we'll look for the points of intersection. I've already set this up in Desmos. In red, we have the graph of y equals the absolute value of the quantity 3x minus 1 minus 5. In blue, we have the graph of y equals 5. And now we'll click on the points of intersection. The x-coordinates of the points of intersection represent the solutions. On the left, we have x equals negative 3. On the right, we have 3.6 repeating, which is equal to 3 2/3, or 11 thirds. The graph verifies our work is correct. I hope you found this helpful.